Thank you to DistroKid for sponsoring this video and supporting my channel. So Drake just dropped a new house album, to many people's surprise, including my own. And I'm going to be honest with you, first listen through, I did not like it. But after giving it some time, it grows on you. And there's this one specific song called Massive on there that I'm a really big fan of. So I thought, why not try to make something in that style today? So let's see what we can do. Okay, so I was listening to the song earlier today, and as I was playing on the keyboard, I realized that the tonal center, meaning the main note, home, is an E. And as a matter of fact, the entire chord progression for that song is just two chords. There's an E, and then there's a B. Right? Now, both of these notes are in the scale of E major. They're also in the scale of E minor. Now, at first glance, you might think it's major because it's kind of like an upbeat, happy song, especially because it's a house record. But if you take a listen, those two chords seem dark and kind of moody, so I'm thinking this is in the scale of E minor. So then, if that is the case, then we are going to be dealing with those two chords, which are going to be E minor and then B minor. So let's go ahead and program that. So then let's go ahead and start programming some chords here. So let's find that E, and then that second chord is a B. Now, I decided to go for that B below the B2, because if you take a listen, the chord starts here, but then it comes down, so I'm trying to replicate that. Now, we said that these are basically E minor and B minor, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take that first one. I'm going to be using my toolbar here, link down below in case you want to check it out. I'm going to go over to chords, so we are in a minor scale, and this is the first chord, so E minor, right? And then the second one is the fifth note in the E minor scale. So this has to be the fifth chord. So let's go back up to here. Boom. To make this flow a little better, let's go ahead and create better voice leading. So I'm going to take this top note and bring it down an octave. That way we have this kind of little bridge here. And we get this. Perfect. But I don't want to copy this exactly how that song was. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all this and I'm going to shift it up. Let's do F sharp. So now we're in the scale of F sharp minor. Next up, let's go ahead and create those little stabby chords. If you take a listen to the record, there's a lot of like dun 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 kind of thing going on. So we're going to duplicate this down. And what we're going to basically do is we're going to take these, shorten them down, and then we're basically just going to maybe even shorter. Let's go ahead and space them out a little bit. Yep. And same thing for that second chord. Okay, so far with the chord in the background, the elongated chord, and then the stabby ones, we have this. Now, I don't like these sounds at all, so let's go ahead and take a look at some new patches, see what we can find for these chords. Okay, so I found a patch that I like. Check it out. I like that, but I do want to layer that stab. I want a higher octave or something a little bit more piercy, because what I like to do is I like to kind of create for the chorus, the main part, and then take away. So let me go ahead and duplicate this with the events. Let me find another preset here. Maybe I could use a little bit of reverb, a little bit of room reverb. And then I might want to do just one more, just to kind of make it really, really big and wide, or just, you know, there we go. And then on the arrangement, I can kind of take away certain ones to create a certain kind of vibe. I'm happy with the melody so far. Let's move on down to the drums. Now, I've already kind of set up a couple of house samples. So this is what they sound like. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to program this kick drum because it's really, really simple. It's basically on every downbeat. This is what's known as 4 on the floor. So we're going to take that and we got... Now, I went ahead and I added another kick on here because specifically for this Drake record, Massive, if you listen closely, there is kind of like either a tom or a second kick that is playing a secondary pattern right below the main kick. And it sounds kind of like doon, 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 like if you were like banging on a drum in that kind of rhythm. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open up my second drum here, my kick drum. I'm going to open up my first kick so I can see those ghost notes. And it's basically here and like here, I think. So it should be like doon, 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 doon. Exactly. So dun, 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 that's the pattern. But what we're going to do is we're going to take all these and we're going to bring the velocity all the way down, like, 20 or something like that. Exactly. Maybe even bring the volume down a little bit. It's almost there, kind of like a ghost kick. And then we're going to add a clap. So again, I'm using my toolbar here. Claps, I'm using impact. Clap on 2 and 4, which is what we need for dance. And then we're also going to do an open hat, which is, very, very common in house music. And it's right here. And we're going to basically place it on the upbeat. So on every upbeat. So here, here, and just repeat that. And then we basically have this little pattern here. Haley. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to do a whole video on this, but the secret to getting big professional sounding drums is percussion. Now, right now we have the basic elements. We have kicks, claps, and open hats, but we do need to add some shakers. We need maybe some tambourines, some percussion loops. So I'm going to look and see what I find here, and let's see what we can add. Okay, so check it out. I found a shaker. I actually found 2 shakers and then a perk loop. Now, this is something that I did here. You don't have to do it yourself, but I just wanted to try it out and see if it worked, and it kind of did. But basically, I took one shaker, which sounds like this, and I panned to the left. Then I took another shaker, which sounds like this. Totally different kind of texture, pan it to the right. And then together, they kind of create a little bit more of a wider feel. Right? Add the perk loop in the middle. Add the rest of the drums. And so far, okay, next up we need a bass. Now the bass is going to be super simple in terms of programming it because we're basically just following the 2 chords that we program, and that's super easy. You know what, as a matter of fact, I might be able to find something in Serum. So let me go ahead and just duplicate, and then let's just keep the root, which yes, F sharp and C sharp. And we'll call this bass. Bring this down. And then let's take a look and see what we can find in terms of presets. Okay, so I found this bass here. Now, when it comes to house, and again, I'm no expert, but from what I've been able to tell, you have different kinds of basses. You have like growly basses. You have like real subby basses, FM basses. I found this one here that I really like, and I'm going to go with this one, but it sounds like this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and chop it up at every downbeat, so it adds a little bit of movement. And then together with the drums, it should sound like this. Yo, that's not bad for my first house beat. I can definitely hear Drake on this, especially with this new album. We do better, we do better, can we do better? Oh, no, no, no. That's fire. Okay, so obviously this is just the chorus, the main part of the skeleton. A lot of the pizzazz for house and dance music comes in the arrangement with drops and transitions. So let me see what I can do here in terms of that, and then we'll come right back and I'll show you the finished product. As I do that though, if you're also a beat maker or an artist looking to release your own music and help it reach more people, then I want to let you know about today's video sponsor, DistroKid. DistroKid is a digital distributor that I've been using for the past couple of years now to release my own beats and client music to platforms such as Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, TikTok, Snapchat, and many more. The thing that I love the most about DistroKid is how far they go to make sure that you're well equipped to have all the tools you need to push yourself and your music forward. Once you join, you will be given a bunch of extra features at no additional cost, such as the ability to get verified on Spotify, create an official artist channel on YouTube, and even pitch your music to labels via their included upstream service. If you want to push your music out to more people, then consider signing up for DistroKid with my link down below to get 7% off your first year. Okay, so I have the beat fully arranged. Check it out. Now, before I even arranged everything, the first thing that I did was I changed the elongated chord preset, the patch, from a keyboard to a pad. And I did this because it made the beat a lot more ambient. But okay, in terms of the structure, we have a 4-bar intro, which is basically made up of that pad, and then the low key stabs, the first ones that I programmed. Then we have a verse, and the first half of that verse is exactly the same as the intro, so just those two elements. The second half of the verse, we started bringing the bass and the 2 kicks. And then for that build-up section here, I changed the chord structure completely to be a little bit more spaced out, added a different kind of rhythm. The bass, if you remember, I had it chopped up at the downbeat. At this section here, they're just long notes. And then we had the open hat. We had this little clock percussion loop that I brought in, and I automated that so it starts a little bit muffled and it starts to open up as we transition into the chorus or into the drop. Now, if you look here, we also have a bunch of different transitional elements. So we have reverse, sweeps. We have crashes. I have 2 crashes here at the drop just to kind of make it really big. I also brought in that clock loop into the chorus to kind of make it a little bit bigger. And so, after that chorus, it just repeats. We have verse, build up, and chorus. But okay, let me play you the full beat. Hope you enjoy. But that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of this beat down below in the comments. If you want to pick up any of the tools that I used today to make this beat, including my Studio One production template and my Studio One macro toolbar for the piano roll, those will also be linked down below. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you on the next one.